Take a moment and glance at your legs. Yes, really, not your slippers, not the carpet. Your legs, the part of you that has carried responsibility, pressure, effort, and years of sacrifice. Now answer honestly, do they feel like they did a decade ago? Or do they feel cooler, heavier, slower when you rise from a chair? If you're past 75, this isn't in your head. It isn't lack of effort. It is circulation quietly fading. Most assume blood flow problems begin in the heart. That belief is incorrect. It actually begins in the tiniest vessels buried inside your calves and thighs. Those microscopic pathways stop opening the way they should. Doctors refer to this as microcirculatory decline, meaning oxygen no longer reaches muscle tissue quickly enough. That's why your legs can feel delayed, almost trailing behind your thoughts. I'm speaking to you because this does not have to become your baseline. When scientists compared seniors who walked comfortably into their 80s with those struggling before 76, they discovered something unrelated to chance or genetics. It came down to nutrient levels. Certain vitamins repeatedly appeared in people whose vessels still reacted, still relaxed, still delivered oxygen like younger bodies. If you're here right now, your body hasn't failed. It's asking for support. In this video, we'll uncover 6 vitamins connected with stronger leg circulation in older adults, ordered from least to most potent. Stay with me because the number 2 vitamin surprised researchers by restoring walking endurance and warmth in seniors who believed their legs were beyond recovery. The research references behind today's list are waiting in the description below. Before we begin, tell me, where are you watching from today? I truly enjoy reading your comments and replying as this community grows stronger together. Now, without delay, let's start with vitamin number 6 because it works in a way most seniors were never told about and it might already be missing from your routine. Number 6, vitamin E. We begin with vitamin E, often thought of only as a skin nutrient. But here's what's actually happening in your legs when levels run low. Your blood vessels have a smooth interior lining called the endothelium. Vitamin E acts like a protective film that keeps this lining slick and flexible, letting blood move freely instead of sticking or forming the clots that frighten anyone over 75. A large Mayo Clinic study tracked 3,000 seniors over 5 years and found those with optimal vitamin E status had 65% better lower limb blood flow compared with those deficient. Thermal imaging showed the difference clearly. Bright warm reds versus cold dark blues. The tricky part is absorption. Most people take synthetic vitamin E that the body barely uses. Natural food-based vitamin E is 8 times more bioavailable, meaning your body can actually use it rather than passing it out unused. Top sources include raw almonds, sunflower seeds, and wheat germ oil. But here's the overlooked detail. You must eat them with healthy fat like avocado or olive oil because vitamin E is fat-soluble and cannot enter circulation without fat carriers. If supplementing, look for mixed tocopherols, not just alpha tocopherol, since vessels need all 8 forms working together to maintain flexibility and prevent oxidative stiffening. The circulation support dose is 400 IU daily, split into 2 200 IU doses with meals. Taking it all at once overwhelms absorption and wastes most of it. A German study showed seniors taking vitamin E with their largest meal absorbed 73% more than those taking it on an empty stomach. But your legs need more than a single vitamin. Which brings us to something stronger. Before continuing, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. A bigger insight is coming next. Number 5, vitamin C. Vitamin C may sound simple, but the science behind it in your legs is alarming when understood. Blood vessels are reinforced by collagen, like steel rods in concrete. Without vitamin C, the body cannot form collagen, leaving vessels weak, leaky, and prone to collapse. Stanford researchers reported seniors with adequate vitamin C had vessels 40% more elastic than deficient individuals. This elasticity matters because leg vessels must expand and contract thousands of times daily to push blood upward against gravity. The problem, vitamin C is water-soluble, so your body stores none of it. Many over 75 remain deficient because they don't replenish it throughout the day. Beyond collagen, vitamin C shields existing vessels by neutralizing free radicals that inflame and block circulation. To maximize benefit, use a divided dose strategy. Instead of one large dose flushed by kidneys, take smaller portions every 4 hours to keep steady levels. Kiwi fruit contains triple the vitamin C of oranges, and its fiber-bound form creates slow-release absorption instead of spikes from tablets. If supplementing, avoid plain ascorbic acid tablets. Choose buffered vitamin C or sodium ascorbate, gentler and longer lasting. The circulation dose, 500 mg 3 times daily with meals. But the critical step, combine with bioflavonoids like quercetin or rutin. They protect vitamin C from oxidation and strengthen vessel walls. Red bell peppers are exceptional because they supply vitamin C plus capsaicin, creating warmth and immediate vessel dilation. Even with perfect vitamin C, a key piece is still missing. Number 4, vitamin B3, niacin. Niacin does something remarkable. It forces vessels to widen within minutes, creating the familiar flush that sends warm, oxygen-rich blood through the smallest capillaries. The Cleveland Clinic gave seniors 500 mg daily and measured flow via ultrasound. Circulation increased 180% in 6 weeks, and many reported leg cramps disappearing. Niacin works through several mechanisms, lowering sticky LDL, raising protective HDL, and triggering prostaglandins that expand vessels like opening a highway from 2 lanes to 6. The flushing sensation, redness, and warmth is actually proof it's working as tiny vessels open. To tolerate it, begin with 50 mg after dinner for a week, then 100 mg the next week, gradually reaching 500 mg over a month. Immediate release niacin is superior for circulation because it produces the beneficial flush. Reduce discomfort by taking with food and avoiding hot drinks or alcohol for 2 hours. Food sources include turkey, chicken breast, and peanuts. But if you take acid-blocking medications, absorption drops because niacin in food requires stomach acid. An effective routine, 250 mg immediate release twice daily with meals, plus a baby aspirin, 81 mg to reduce flush and enhance circulation effects. Still, another vitamin acts deeper. Number 3, vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is the hidden circulation protector. It keeps calcium out of arteries and directs it into bones. The Rotterdam study followed 4,800 people for over a decade. High K2 intake meant 52% less arterial calcification and 57% lower cardiovascular death risk. Leg circulation improvements were so strong, researchers called it one of the most important discoveries in decades. Modern diets lack K2 unless fermented foods are eaten, and seniors often absorb less due to gut imbalance. Leg arteries suffer most because gravity and muscle pressure encourage calcium buildup, like scale inside old plumbing. K2 differs entirely from K1. It activates proteins MGP and osteocalcin that guide calcium placement. In Japan, natto provides the highest K2 levels, and seniors there show dramatically less arterial calcification. If natto is unappealing, use aged cheeses, grass-fed butter, and pasture-raised egg yolks, though large amounts are needed. For supplements, choose MK7 form, active 72 hours versus 8 for MK4. The target dose, 180 mcg daily with your fattiest meal. Now we reach the heavy hitters. Number 2, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 functions more like a hormone controlling over 1,000 genes, including vessel regulation. Seniors with optimal levels show vessels resembling those 10 years younger. The Framingham Heart Study found people over 75 with low vitamin D had 80% more stiffness and 62% poorer limb blood flow than those above 50. Non-Wangemel vessels contain D receptors. When activated, they produce nitric oxide, the master relaxer molecule that opens even tiny toe capillaries. Weekly larger doses can be more effective than tiny daily ones because D3 stores in fat and releases slowly. Sunlight is best, but after 75, the skin makes 75% less vitamin D. Always pair D3 with K2. D3 increases calcium absorption, K2 directs it away from arteries. A common protocol, 5,000 IU D3 with breakfast plus 180 mcg K2 MK7 taken with at least 15 g fat for 50% better absorption. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel supply both D3 and omega-3s, but daily intake is needed, so supplements are usually necessary. And now the final one. Number 1, vitamin B12. B12 stands at the top of circulation nutrients. A Japanese study of 1,000 seniors showed correcting deficiency boosted leg blood flow 400% within 12 weeks, some progressing from barely reaching the mailbox to walking 5K distances. B12 drives red blood cell production carrying oxygen, protects nerve myelin controlling vessel tone, and lowers homocysteine, a vessel-damaging compound. After 60, stomach acid and intrinsic factor drop, impairing absorption. By 75, up to 40% have dangerously low levels without realizing it. Symptoms mimic aging: numbness, tingling, weakness, poor balance, burning at night. But these are deficiency signals. Standard blood tests mislead because they count inactive forms. Testing methylmalonic acid gives a clearer picture. Foods like liver, clams, and beef contain B12, but the key secret is sublingual supplements. Under-tongue absorption bypasses digestion and enters the bloodstream directly, giving 10 times better uptake. Form matters. Cyanocobalamin is a cheap synthetic type requiring multiple conversions before use.